Hi everyone, welcome back to our YouTube channel. Today we're going to be talking pores because we know that enlarged pores are often a concern that people come up against. So let's talk about how we can refine pores and just make them look as flat and gorgeous as possible. And also, what's reality? That's important too. First thing I want to say is that pores are totally normal. If you didn't have pores, you'd have a problem. Some people's pores are flatter than others. Some people have more enlarged pores, more visible pores. That's very, very normal. Often oilier skin types will have more enlarged pores just because of the amount of oil that's going through them. So if you're watching this and you've got more enlarged pores or they don't look like your best friend or your sister's pores, that's because everyone's different. Everyone's skin is different and it's okay. You're allowed to have visible pores. We do live in a very filtered world. Everyone on social media looks like they have absolutely flawless, poreless skin, and they don't, because in reality, you can probably see their pores when you're up close to them. So don't be hard on yourself before we get into this video, but now let's get into what are pores. So our pores are tiny little openings that allow oil and sweat to flow through. It's also where our little hair follicles sit. The sebum that's actually secreted from our pores is really important in maintaining skin lubrication, homeostasis, and also defending our skin from environmental aggressors. If you don't know what homeostasis is, it's basically a defense from our body to acclimatize to the environment around us. It's like when it gets hot and you sweat. That's like a form of homeostasis. Several factors can influence the size and appearance of our pores. This can include our genetics. So we might be more genetically disposed to having larger pores. It might run in our family. Age, our skin loses elasticity or it can become thickened as we age. And also intrinsic and extrinsic aging factors can influence our pores as well. And as I mentioned before, skin type. So if you're an oily skin type, you'll often find that you're someone that is constantly battling with enlarged pores, and that's totally normal for your skin type. A marketing gripe that I have is that often products are marketed to shrink pores, which just isn't possible. Pores don't have a muscle. Yes, they are impacted by skin elasticity, as I mentioned earlier, but they can't shrink. They can't change size, as a muscle can, and they can't contract like a muscle can. But we can refine them by addressing some of those factors that I mentioned earlier. So here are some things that you can do to refine your pores. Salicylic acid, for starters, is your best friend. Honestly, if blackheads, congestion, or enlarged pores are a concern for you, you need to have a salicylic acid in your routine. It's an oil-soluble beta-hydroxy acid. I would suggest mixing that in your routine with an niacinamide or using them in conjunction with each other. I personally love to recommend mixing a pump of ASAP's Super B complex with a pump of ASAP's Radiance Serum. I've recommended this duo for literally probably almost a decade now for more acne-prone skin types, but it's great for refining the appearance of pores. Next up is retinol. Now we know that the aging process can affect the appearance of pores due to the changes in skin elasticity and more laxity in the skin. So introducing something like retinol that's going to encourage collagen production can also help to refine the appearance of pores. And bonus, retinol also helps to control sebum production as well. So retinol is definitely a must in almost everyone's routine. But there's a caveat, you can't use it with your salicylic acid, so you might want to use those on alternating nights. Next up is a pretty obvious one if we're preventing aging, SPF. You need to be wearing your SPF every single day if you want to prevent those early signs of aging. UV exposure contributes to about 80% of our skin aging. So to prevent that collagen degradation and the skin laxity that comes with UV damage, you need to be slapping on your SPF. If you're not already double cleansing, this is my next tip for you. You need to be. So if you haven't double cleansed before, essentially you want to use like an oil cleanser or a balm cleanser as your first cleanse. That'll clear away makeup, oil, dirt, debris, sunscreen that's sitting on the surface of the skin so that you can then go in with your second cleanser. That might be a gel cleanser, a cream cleanser, a milk cleanser, whatever you use already. You could use that as your second cleanse. And that's just going to make sure that your skin is properly clean so those oils can pass freely through your pores. And then if all else fails, go to a dermal therapist for some professional treatments. They can recommend different kinds of peels and lasers that can also help to refine the appearance of pores. Another thing to help with reducing the appearance of your pores is to stop touching them. Stop picking at them. Stop thinking you're going to squeeze something out. If you want to get some professional extractions done, again, go and see a dermal therapist, but you're only going to be generating inflammation in the skin and introducing more bacteria to the area, which probably will lead to a blackhead or a pimple. So leave your skin alone. We have done a video about blackheads up here if you want to watch that, but don't touch. So in summary, yes, you can refine the appearance of your pores, but that doesn't mean that everybody's going to have the same pore appearance. So you may not end up with completely flawless filtered skin after using these products or taking on these suggestions, but it's probably going to get your skin into the best place that it can be. If you have any other questions about pores, let us know in the comments. Otherwise, make sure you subscribe, hit the bell button, and we'll see you next time on Adore Beauty's YouTube channel.